Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. Let's continue our game as Late Age Tianqi. And on this turn, we are expecting this battle here. Where we were gonna square off against all these Springhawks and an Anunnaki of the Sky. A whole bunch of archers, some crossbowmen, bronze hatchet dudes, some infantry. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we shot a bunch of we got a bunch of shots off. Our Thunder Wards are cast. Now, we actually have way more units than I kind of thought we would. What I mean is, I guess the cavalry takes up more space. Like, I guess we have more than I thought. So the AOE of my shock resistance is actually hasn't hit as wide of an area as I had hoped. So that's unfortunate. So let's see how bad this is. Our buffs are getting good coverage, and we did wreck the here. So we've killed the Springhawks now. Let's take a quick look. We lost 2 Sacreds, 1 Archer, maybe 6 Barbarian Heavy Cav. So that's actually pretty good. These, like, some beetles too. The footmen I really don't care about. Okay, so that was actually a good... That wasn't as bad as it could have been. Now the fun begins. Yeah, so you see Living Clouds. Living Clouds spawns a ton of little air elementals. Now, little air elementals are a lot less scary than the big ones, because they can't really trample. You can see my Sacred Archers are completely wrecking the Enkidu infantry. And any air elementals that do make it are getting shot down, because these guys are on attack flying, so they're prioritizing killing the air elementals. Now, we are taking some fire from these longbowmen. They do 14 piercing. They're pretty nice units. In the early age and in the middle age, the nations, like, what's it called? Not Airyu. Ur, in the early age, has these. And also, like, Gath has, like, the Ashdod and Gath have versions of these guys. In other words, size 3 archers or size 4 archers, because they have bigger strength, significantly more strength, their bows hit harder. So 14 piercing on a longbow is actually really nice. And considering you can do Strength of Giants and you could get this up even higher. But, our guys actually have decent protection, and we have shields. So we're kind of decently equipped to deal with incoming archer fire. And I think that's it. We got our route. So let's see what it cost us. This is what I was afraid of. The archers killed our mages. But in terms of sacreds, that wasn't an issue. These guys were sacrificed, but I'm sad that we lost these mages and 2 cap mages. That feels bad. Let's see when we lost them exactly. Well, we know it wasn't during the Springhawks. Or maybe it was. Nope, Enkidu Archer. Let's actually fast forward a bit. Crossbowmen. Friendly fire here. Oh no, we lost the Prophet, who was trampled by an air elemental. Oh, damn. And the rest is going to be Enkidu Archers, Enkidu Archers. Yeah, it feels bad. See, the issue... So in hindsight, what could we have done better? Well, these guys all could have done air shield, or almost all of them could have done air shield or some protective buff. But the reason I didn't do that is I wanted to get shock resistance up to deal with the Springhawks and the air elementals later. So, and I wanted to get that off on turn 1. Now, was that worth it in hindsight? I don't know. It cost me a lot of mages. The shamans, it was too bad, but they're not super... It's not such a big deal. I lost a nature mage. So I devoted more of my early script turns to lightning resistance, where I could have done a few personal buffs to protect them more from these archers, because 60 Enkidu archers is pretty nasty. Okay. Oh, this failed. I guess Lemuria's been building up a bunch of Mirmen. Okay, fine. Fine, be that way. He's just been recruiting indies. Okay. Magic site in Troll Canyon's a copper mine. Okay, and we found a magic site here. Starlit Pond. Okay, was it worth sacrificing our mages? Throne of Life. We get growth +1 and nature. Absolutely. So we had growth 2. Now we're going to have growth 3. So that is pretty great news. So let's okay. And I think what that means is we are going to end our nap now with man. All right, a few things are going to happen here. First of all, we're going to do our turn micro, but we're going to turn off some mage recruitment because we need to build infrastructure here on this throne. Obviously, we keep that recruitment going and this recruitment going as well. What we're actually going to do is... Okay, let's see. These guys are going to site search. We're actually going to teleport the pretender here. For a couple of reasons. First of all, he'll claim the throne, but then he'll also site search. So we'll do nice, Death, Blood, Astral, and Fire site searching. So that leaves air and nature and maybe Earth 2, and later water. So we'll want to bring a water 2 guy. In fact, we could do that right now. And then this will be completely site searched really fast. We can have a general stick around and build the palisades. I actually think we're going to build a lab right here immediately. We'll site search nature later, or let's site search Earth later. You can stay. You'll build the palisades. Let's have these guys move back. In fact, we're going to keep the archers here because we want speed. I feel like C for crippled, or maybe just W. None of these guys are slow. It's just because it's a wasteland. I don't really have a choice. It's just going to be slow no matter what. Just putting all the wounded horses in on one commander here. Whatever, the script here is not super relevant. All right. Yeah, let's definitely get here first. So, oh look, Man has a big army down here. Is Man fighting Pan? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, we've got a bit more site searching to do down here. Let's research. Oh, you're Water 2, Astral 2 as well. But your services are not really needed anymore. So let's move you up here. All right, this guy will be doing research. This guy will be doing research. I think we can make another hammer. This guy's making skull mentors. Let's start equipping those. Let's forge more skull mentors. That's definitely one thing we're going to forge. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else we need. For this upcoming war. Something I kind of want to do is get all these shaman up front. So let's take the hit to research now and take care of that right away. And yeah, let's get these, get some of these skull mentors going. think we made a clam of pearls with that guy. Yep. You know what we could forge is... No, that's air 3. So there is a air... Here, this guy could make it. There is a temporary gem gen item, which is a fairy in a bottle. It gives us a temporary air gem and a temporary nature gem. So it's a little awkward because we're not often gonna, like, one of those two things is wasted. And it gives you morale -2, which you can kind of compensate for with a morale hat, although they have built-in morale of 17, I guess 16. But fire hats are a little tricky to forge. Now, that would be nice for us to do Wind Guide. I guess you could do like Wind Guide Swarm and pass out. I'll need 2 air gems for Arrowfend. Okay, let's stick with the plan for now. I'm gonna grab enchantment 6 as I'm gonna go up against Man instead of Conjuration 7 right away, so we can get Arrowfend. Let's keep this scout in place here. Okay, I can forge the gem gen items next turn, later. We will keep... we'll stop spending gold on recruitment, just so we can get the fort up next turn, and then a temple and whatnot. We're teleporting the Pretender to claim. We'll be able to get a new prophet soon. I think we'll prophetize. I don't know, we'll see what we'll prophetize. It could just be a Khan, like a general. But we could also prophetize an air mage so that we can cloud trapeze around. Or an astral 2 cat mage. But he could be magic dueled. And this guy's old. So we'll see. Might just be a general. All right, and let's send the message. So, so the player who's playing LA Man, I don't know him. I don't think I've played any games with him before, so I'm not sure what exactly his skill level is. He seemed like a pretty chill guy, like in terms of the Diplo that we had. Now he's using longbows, and he's using the summonable doggies that LA Man gets, and his bless has a bunch of resistances. So I'm not, and then he's using knights. So I actually think he's not using like some of his best units, which are the heavy infantry crossbows. So I'll take that. I'll take any advantage I can get. But the Magisters are certainly pretty nasty. Those mages are really, really strong. But I think the plan is mostly going to be raiding with small parties of barbarian heavy cavalry, and then, you know, forcing a couple key battles with my sacreds, which I think will win the day. They'll carry the day for us. Anyways, we'll plan more about this war in the future, which is when I'll see you guys. So take care.